So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 side hustles that can help you make some serious money. Hi, Lopez coming at you from Babysitting.com. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you can do to make some money on the side, outside of your full-time job, is you can do Uber or Lyft. Now, here's the deal. If you have a small car, small automobile, you can do pretty well with Uber and Lyft. But if you have a SUV, the numbers is just not gonna add up. It's not gonna be worth you having a SUV, gas guzzler, and you're doing Uber or Lyft. If you have the ideal situation to do Uber and Lyft is to have a small car. When I say small car, I'm talking 4-cylinder. 4-cylinder. Maybe a V6. Maybe. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say V6 or 4-cylinder, I'm talking engine side. If you don't know what I'm talking about. You want to ideally have a small car with a small engine. It's less gas. Because from what I've been hearing is they're not getting a lot of money. If, like, for example, if I want to go 5 minutes down the road, that's anywhere between $7 to $10 a trip. And if you're driving a Silverado, a Suburban, the math just doesn't add up. So you want a small car. That's my whole, that's the whole idea. The next thing you want to do, you want to rent your car out to two-row. Now, two-row is like the equivalent of Airbnb for cars. That's what two-row is. And the website is, I think it's two-row, yeah, two-row.com. It's essentially the same concept as Airbnb. And the next thing, you can do Airbnb. Now, some people rent their bedroom out. Some people rent the side of the house out. Some people rent the entire house out. Condo. Or they'll rent like another house that they have out. And then some, people do it all kinds of different ways. So I know some people rent their apartment out that they're actually living in. This is what they'll do. On the day of that someone has registered to stay in their apartment, they'll stay somewhere else. This happens in Atlanta a lot. It's a lot of people do it different. They'll be living in an apartment, lease, rent, and everything. On the day of that this person registered to stay there for that night, that person that lives there, he'll stay somewhere else. So people are very clever. So the next thing you want to do is you can become a dog walker. There's a lot of apps when it comes to dog walking. None is no better than the other. I would say use the one that's more well known in your city or in your town, wherever you live at. And the pay is, I've heard, $20 to $50, $80 an hour, or it might be $30 every 30 minutes. I've heard the prices vary. Just use the most common app, dog walking app in your city, in your town. That's what I would say. And the next thing you can do, you can become an assistant to a real estate agent. Now, these type of assistant jobs, the duty's going to be different depending on who you working for. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's a lot of paperwork, a lot of banging the phones, that type of stuff. But you're gonna be there's a lot of real estate agents are always looking for assistance. This is pretty common over the past five years because they're always looking. Most real estate are always looking for new leads, and a lot of times they don't know how to get their leads or create their leads. So if you know how to do that, you're even much more benefit to them. So think about it. That could be an opportunity, you know, for you. The next thing I would say is you can bartend on the weekends. Now I know this. I know some states they have rules and you have to be certified and all that stuff or whatever. But why not? I mean, some bartenders do pretty well. Especially if you're in a spot where it's a lot of traffic, a lot of people coming in, a lot of drinking, a lot of could be a restaurant, could be a bar. Especially during football season and doing like the playoffs of basketball, NBA playoffs. It's a lot of people that go to these bars and bartenders do pretty well. And especially if you a bartender at a gentleman's club or a strip club, they do pretty well. They on a bad night, let's take the strip club for instance. On a bad night at a strip club, a bartender can do $500 at the end of the night. It's at a strip club. Now at the regular bars, I guess bar and grill or just the regular bars, they can do at the end of the night maybe $300-400. And this is not a lot of people. This is just like on average. Now think about what would it be like if it was packed. It would probably be double. So, there's opportunity there. I know a girl that last night, she just took home, what, $600 because of, well, not last night, Sunday. Because, the two, it's only, what, 2 games left that was being played Sunday. And she worked almost 8 hours for those 2 games. And at the end of the night, which was 11 o'clock for her, she took home $600. But that's pretty good for what? It's not even almost 8 hours, almost. But that's pretty good, I think, for one day of work. All you have to do is have good customer service experience, know how to talk, get them a drink they want. It is what it is. And the next thing I would say is, if you're a handyman or maybe you can mow the lawns. And the easiest way to do this is put an ad up on Craigslist or TaskRabbit. But I probably go Craigslist more than anything. I mean, if you're a handy dude, if you know how to fix things around the house, if you know how to build little small things, little gadgets, if you know how to I don't know, maybe you're good at plumbing or maybe electrical work, or maybe you're good at building stuff, or maybe someone want the grass cut, or maybe put some flowers out. If you're good at doing this stuff, people are willing to pay good money to do that stuff. Really. I'm not really a handy type guy, but the opportunities are there. Next thing I would say is you can start a blog. But, starting a blog, it's going to be a while before you be able to make money from your blog. If you're, just starting out. So starting a blog, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a process. before you start making any serious money. And it takes a certain skill set. It's a learning curve, and you have to drive traffic to your blog, and so it's a learning curve when it comes to that. So you have to play the long game with the blog, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with playing the long game. And next thing you can do is you can become a tutor. English tutor, math tutor. It's pretty common where I live at in America. Now where you live at, English might not be very common. Math might not be very common. But there's some student needs extra help. So what I would do is I'd put an ad on Craigslist. That's what I would do. You know. Next, you can babysit. Now, if you like kids, you like being around kids, you like taking care of kids. I know people, this might sound crazy, I know people that will go on Craigslist, find somebody to take care of their kid the whole weekend, and leave. People do this all the time. Now, to me, that's crazy because that's a stranger. But people will pay $400. So that's $100. What? So so that's from Friday to Sunday. They'll pay $400 for that. Get somebody off Craigslist, somebody they don't know, or somebody they barely know from somewhere, to babysit their kids, and they go out of town the whole weekend. It happens. People are wild like that. People are wild like that. But there's an opportunity for you to make some money. The next thing I would say is you can get into cleaning houses. Now, if you hate cleaning, this ain't gonna work. If you don't, some people don't like cleaning behind other people. I happen to be one of those people. I don't like cleaning behind anybody. I only want to clean behind myself. I don't have a problem cleaning behind myself. So this would never work for me. But it could work for you. And the pay, it more than likely is gonna be I would say don't charge no less than $60 a house. You know, per project, however. You know, $60 to $100. That's what I've been hearing. Those are the prices I've been hearing on average. Now, if it's a big house, excuse me. Now, if it's a big house, 2 stories, well, that's a different story. You have to charge more for that. But it's usually $20. You know, assuming that if you're the only person going up in the house, 60 to 100 and something dollars. If it's a just one level house or whatever. Now, if you're working with somebody, it's $20 an hour is a pretty decent, pay amount, I would think. So if you do, let's say you do, an average house probably take you 3 hours. 5 hours tops. If it take you more than 5 hours, my goodness, that's too long. Assuming that it's one level. If you live in if it's a mansion, oh man, that's it'll take you a while to get up out of there. I'm just saying, you got to think about, the size and, if it's just you, especially if you have help, of course, that's a little different. But assuming that it's you, you got to pay accordingly to the house that you're in. And the last thing I would say is, which is my favorite, is you can be a freelance writer. There's a lot of areas you can go as far as being a freelance writer. You can, like I said, you can start a blog. You can be a copywriter. You can write articles for people. You can blog for people. You can get into creative writing. You can ghostwrite books for people. It depends on. There's no good or bad area to get into when it comes to being a freelance writer. You can even write songs. So the possibilities are endless when it comes to publishing. There's no good or bad spot. If you want to be a writer, you just have to find a spot that works for you. That's what I would say. So these are and I'll give you a bonus. You can become a tour guide in your city. Yeah, you can become a tour guide in your city. There's people that that maybe they fly here on a vacation, or maybe they just looking to have fun in the city, where they need somebody to show them around. Now, some of these people be at the airport. Certain airports I go to, I see these people at the airport. It's like it might be a tour bus at the airport. I've seen this at many airports. I know it differs from airport to airport. Certain things they don't allow. But what I would do to promote this, I would go to Craigslist, and I would get banners put up in certain places in the airport, or I'll probably do an ad on the radio, and I would run a campaign online as well. So you can become a tour guide, and there's a lot of money in tourism. Possibilities are endless. So you think you'd be you can get like 20 people on let's say a party bus, and show them around town, show them a good time, show them the best sights in town, the best places to go, show them the nightlife. That could be what, $100 a person right there. 20 times 100, you do the math. That's one night for what? One day or one night for what? 3 or 4 hours. That's good business. Or it could be more than $100. I went on a tour in Mexico, and it was how much was it? $150 for 2 people. So hey, possibilities are endless. So hey, these just some of my ways to make money on the side. I could go on and on, but you get the gist. Run with these. Use them to the best of your abilities. Any questions, any concerns, leave your comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.